Boom, we are back. It is your boy. Let's get it. All right, so I'm going to get this going over here on the other platforms. As you guys are tuning in, let me know what is going on. You know the fucking drill. All right, I'm going to post this over here. Let's see. Let's get it. I'm super stoked. I don't even know what I was about to say, but let's get it. Let's go. We're going to notify over here. And then we're going to get this rolling. As you guys are pulling up, let me know how your day is going. Steph, what is good? TikTok, what is popping? Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. It is your favorite fucking coach. Let's get it. Today's episode is going to be lit. Going to dive deep into diet breaks, and I'm going to be talking about how this may be the secret to your success. So with that being said, I'm going to pause this over here, and we're going to count down. From 5, I'm going to count down, and then I'm going to launch this podcast episode. So 5, this is going to be lit. 4, you know the drill. 3, this is going to be fire. I'm super excited. 2, here we go. 1, this is it. Cool. Here it is, and my computer's mad slow. So I'm trying to record this into podcast. There it is. Boom. What is going on, squad? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your boy, Coach Sal. Let's get it. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about diet breaks. Fuck. I might have to redo the startup to that one. All right, yeah, let's redo it. That was dust. What's up, TikTok? All right, I'm gonna try and redo the intro. I've never really bodied the intro like that, so it's first time for everything. All right, let's try it again. 3, 2, 1. Boom. What is going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your boy, Coach Sal. Let's get it. In today's episode, I'm going to be breaking down diet breaks. Are diet breaks the key to long-term sustainability in your fitness journey? Can they be beneficial? What is it? Are they for you? Today's episode is going to break that down. So it's going to be lit. Now, to preface this a little bit, I am not a dietitian. I am not a registered nutritionist, but I am a certified trainer. And I'm going to be speaking about some things that have really helped me and my clients. So I like to kick these off with a story. Now, I always use my prep as a good story because I learned a lot throughout it. And I wanted to share a couple things that have really helped me and my team, like I said. So for the prep, I was in a massive cut for a long time. Now, what that means is maintaining a calorie deficit in order to burn body fat, right? So 1 pound of body fat is roughly 3,500 calories. And I was maintaining a calorie deficit to make sure that I showed up on stage at the right amount of body fat percentage. Now I try to get down to like 4 or 5%, which I did, which is something that I really want to make clear is not really healthy. It's not sustainable to do a massive cut like that for a show. That's why bodybuilding and competing and that sort of thing can really take a toll on you. So I wanted to really preface that and make sure you guys are aware that maintaining that low body fat year round is not something that is healthy, realistic, or sustainable, at least for me. There's a lot of people who take all kinds of things. I am a person that does not do that. So for me, it was really, really difficult to do that naturally. So I wanted to really make that clear. Now, the importance of refeeds and diet breaks throughout lifestyle journeys is something that you could really implement into your life to see results long term, because I understand like, hey, tracking your calories, adhering to these strict diets is something that can be very frustrating and tedious. So having that little diet break and having that refeed is something that could really help you. So I wanted to break that down here today, because when you think about it, when you're depriving your body for so long with those types of level of just like super consistent restriction, it is difficult. It can have an impact on your hormones. So when we're talking about diet breaks, it's literally just taking a couple days to maybe not track your calories, to maybe follow an intuitive approach. An intuitive approach is literally just looking down at the plate and trying to follow portion guides. And that's something that I really focus on with my clients. Like, yes, we track macros, we use meal plans, but like it's still the 80-20 rule. Like you're never going to be 100%. So it's like when you're trying to follow portion guides, protein size of your hand, carbohydrates size of your fist, fats the size of your thumb. And you're probably like, well, what does that mean? So that's why it's important to track for a little bit to get an understanding of where your body's at and what it needs, right? So that's really what I wanted to cover today, is to really break that down and be like, yo, like limiting restaurants can help a lot. Like I understand that you guys want to do like all the weekend stuff, and that's amazing. But if you track calories for long enough, you understand how frustrating that could be. So have a basic understanding, having that basic understanding of what your body needs can really help long-term. Right? Like 80-20 rule is basically just having things in moderation, and following that intuitive approach can allow you to enjoy the weekends guilt-free, because I understand that everyone wants to go out and enjoy themselves. Like, who doesn't, and I myself do that as well. Like, I am a human being. So it's like, I go to restaurants too. I enjoy myself, but I do that guilt-free because I know where my body's at, because I continuously track throughout the week. So that's why it is important to track calories and get an understanding of that, because then over time, when you're able to do that, you have that basic understanding of where you're at and what you should and shouldn't be doing. And that's why I wanted to break down the concept of a diet break and the concept of a refeed, because long term that will help you. Now, simply what that means, like a diet break, a refeed. The diet break is basically just taking a day or two to not track calories. Like, that's as simple as I can put it. And like I mentioned, following the intuitive approach with looking down your plate, protein, size of your hand, carbs, size of your fist, fats, the size of your thumb. So that's the easy way to break it down. I do think the intuitive portion guide approach, when executed properly, is super important, like limiting the bullshit stuff like processed foods and, all of the loaded nachos at the fucking restaurants. Like, obviously you're aware that that's probably not getting you closer towards your goals. So that's why I was like, hey, like, talking about these diet breaks when done properly can yield long-term results, because you give yourself the mental satisfaction of like maybe taking a little bit of a break. And it's not like, yo, let me take a break and go off the rails. It's a calculated break by still eating quality foods, right? So that's the concept of a diet break, is like, hey, I'm still eating quality foods, but maybe I just don't track for a day or two. And then, like, talking about the constant refeed is something else too. That's something that I really wanted to cover. No, I do not speak Spanish. That's actually something that we were talking about this weekend. Diet breaks, refeeds. A calculated refeed is just having more quality foods, maybe once or twice a month. Like, that's when you're cutting maybe for a show, or just in general, like when you're depriving your body of those type of nutrients for so long, it is beneficial to pump that back into your system to replenish, your hormonal imbalance, your system a bit, and give your body a break. Like, that's why I truly believe like having a coach could really help, because when you're continuously doing all these things, it can be frustrating long term. Like, I understand that. So like, implementing these tips can really fucking help. Like, that's what it is. So to summarize today's episode, what is a diet break? A diet break is simply just maybe not tracking calories for a day or two. And what that's going to do is give you a mental clarity, give you some mental satisfaction that you're not like so fucking rigid with it. And then the other side of it too, a calculated refeed is just having maybe an extra 300-400 calories of quality food on a more intense training day. And that's something that I really focus on with my team as well. It's like, well, if you're restricting yourself for so long, then sometimes giving your body, giving your system the nutrients that it needs for a day or two could really replenish your system, and then have you being really full for the next couple of days, right? So think about it, like, argument's sake, if let's say just hypothetically you're having 200 grams of carbs a day, and like, let's say for a guy that's much lower than what he's been used to, right? So then maybe for a day, then we would implement maybe an extra 100 grams of carbs to refeed his system. Now that's a practice that contest prep athletes use. That's something that I did throughout my prep, is implementing diet break. I didn't have any diet breaks on my prep, so I do want to make that clear, but I did have a couple refeeds, and that allowed me to really just be able to continuously show up as my best version, especially when you're dieting for so long and you're maintaining that calorie deficit for so long. It can really take a toll on you mentally. So it is super important to implement those in a calculated manner. And if you don't know how to do that, ask for help. I have a coach myself, and I do believe in that process, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can't pretend that you do. And that's why I wanted to preface this and say, I am not a dietitian or a nutritionist. I am a trainer, and I am still learning. So that is it. That is all. I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys got some value. Peace, love, and protein. And we'll see you in the next one. Damn, that really wasn't my best one. I'm not really feeling 100%, but we still did it. It looks like I got punched in the face over here, but nope, that is just a pimple. That's what it is. Dog, just get a real job already. All right, Kyle. I'm probably gonna listen to you on that one. Let me. I'm gonna go apply for a real job right now. Hold on, I'll get back to you on that one, bro. But guys, that is it. That is all. I have a meeting coming up in a few minutes, and I have a couple other things to take care of. So I appreciate tuning in. Hope you guys got some value, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Be good. Appreciate the follow, Alexandra. Peace. Why don't this end, bro?